The Stormcast Eternals emerged from a cloud of fog to see a group of spectral banshees gathered around the entrance of a large stone tomb. The guys swept back and forth across the crumbling doorway, chill daggers readied.
"They must be guarding something valuable. Crack open that tomb. What we seek may lie within,"
ordered Anastasia Starstrike, gesturing towards the dark opening. A single Sequitur stepped forwards, Stormsmite Great Mace slung over a broad shoulder, and led the attack. So hello and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev and this is my Mortal Realms series. And for this episode we're going to be going through the playthrough of issue 10. So we have our Sequiturs here, we have our 4 Myrmor Banshees and our Tomb Banshee located here. As described in the mission. We have our 6 dice over here and our range ruler as well. So in this issue, we are learning how to do combat to its full extent. So before this issue, we were playing combat as though the person whose turn it was only did the attacks. In Age of Sigmar, you take turns during that combat. Doesn't matter which player's turn it is, you activate a unit at a time. So, for example, if these 3 units were in combat and it happened to be the Nighthaunt's turn, then the Nighthaunt player can choose either the Tomb Banshee or the Myrmor Banshees to attack. Once the attacks are done with that one unit, then it goes over to the other player to choose a unit to activate to attack with, in which case it would just be these ones because they're the only ones available. Once those attacks are done, then the other player can then activate another one of their units to attack with, which would be whatever's left over. And on a larger scale game, it goes back and forth like that until all of the units have attacked. Now this can be quite tactical. You have to be careful which units you're attacking first with, and if it's all about choosing the right units to attack and when to use them to attack, because if you just attack blindly with whatever, you might put yourself at a disadvantage because you might be opening up more valuable units that you will want to attack, or those units that can put out a lot of damage that you would like to attack first. If you don't focus, you could end up having them attack second or third, and by then your opponent may have already done attacks to them and weaken them. So it is a big gamble. It's all about weighing up your options, and it's also about not putting all of your eggs in one basket and just throwing everything into an attack. You got to think about your approach in it, but that's for another time. In this issue we're just doing the small scale version of it, so let's dive right in. So we also got our war scrolls to cover. So the update on the war scrolls is that we now are using the Stormsmite Great Mace. So here you have your mauls, which you get 2 attacks with. They hit on the 3+, wound on the 3+, and do 1 damage. The stats are the same for the Great Mace, but you do 2 damage. It also has a special rule here, Great Mace Blast. For each hit roll of a 6, scores D3 hits. Very nice. So with those 2 dice that you have to attack, you could possibly get 6 hits. Very nice. And then of course we know about the Chill Dagger for the Myrmor Banshees. 1 dice, 4 plus to hit, 3 plus to wound, D3 damage. Very nasty. And then the Chill Dagger on the Tomb Banshee is the same, but you've got a little extra special here. Frightful Touch. Hit rolls of 6 causes D3 mortal wounds. Now mortal wounds you cannot save. They surpass the armor save. So that's really tough. So you've got to be very careful with those. So we're doing a few things here. We're doing a proper sequence of play for the combat phase and activating units differently and between each player. And we're also adding the special rule for the Great Mace and mortal wound rules. Mortal wound rules for the. Try saying that fast 3 times. Mortal wound rules for the Tomb Banshee's shield dagger. Okay, there we go. Got through all of that. I hope you guys and gals have stuck with me through that. So let's get rolling. Okay, so it says here, blah 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 blah. Stormcast go first. Okay. So there's no charges because you're within whatever. You can't move, you can't shoot. You haven't got any heroes, so you can't do a hero phase. So you just do your 3-inch piling, and of course you reach everything. So charge. What I'm doing, gunshots. I don't know. Well, they're all within striking distance of the Iron Banshees, but not the Tomb Banshees. So they'll do their attacks on there. Now, because the Great Mace has a special rule, you might want to roll those dice separately, or if you've got different color dice, you can roll them at the same time. So I'll do the 4 regular attacks. So we're looking at 3+ to hit. Okay, and then we're looking at 3+ to wound. That's 3 wounds. Okay, now to do the other 2 Great Mace, so they can roll the saves for all of them at the same time. 3 to hit, only 1. 3 to wound, doesn't wound. Okay, so you've got 3 regular 1 damage saves to save. The Banshees have a 4+ armor save. Oh my goodness. All of them saved. Ouch. Okay, so we can't allocate any wounds because there's nothing to allocate. Right, so now the Iron Banshees and Tomb Banshees get to do their thing. So what happens here is you can choose either the Tomb Banshee to pile in and attack with, or you can choose the Iron Banshees to pile in and attack with. Let's see, is there 3 inches to pile in? There is just. Okay, so I'm going to pile in with the Tomb Banshee, and then I'm going to attack with her. So the Tomb Banshee has 1 attack. It's a 4+ to hit. Ooh. Damn. If the hit roll is a 6, the attack inflicts D3 mortal wounds and the attack ends. Ouch. Okay. 1! Ah! Okay, so it does 1 mortal wound. So I shall allocate it to this chap here. Okie dokie. Alright, well that was easy enough. Now the Iron Banshees can pile in now. There we go. Let's see if I can wing it again. Let's see. Can you get 3 inches around? Yep. Alright, so there's 1 attack each, so that's 4 dice. They hit on a 4+. Let's see, what was that? Oh, the suspense. Okay, only 1. Wound on a 3+. It wounds, and it does D3 damage. But I'd have to wait until after I do the armor save. So the armor save is 4+. Fails the armor save. So good. D3 damage. That's 3, half and round up, means 2 damage. So he's dead, and now we pass on the final wound to the other one. Oh, okay, so that's not going well for them. Night Haunt turn 1. So I'm just going to move the Tomb Banshee over here, but making sure that it's not within 3, or just on the edge of 3. Okay, well, actually, leave it there. There's no point moving. So now we move into the combat sequence. Now, because we haven't got characters or shoot or whatever, so we don't do any of the other stuff. Now I get to choose either to pile in the Tomb Banshee and do her attacks, or pile in the Mind-Worn Banshees and do their attacks. If I move the Tomb Banshee in, they could attack back at the Tomb Banshee and hurt the Tomb Banshee, because they get to have their attack after one of my units have an attack. So because these are already in striking distance, if I just pile them in properly, do their attacks, they can't pile in to the Tomb Banshee because they're already in base contact with that unit, which means they can only attack this unit, and then I can pile in with the Tomb Banshee and do the attacks from that, and it won't get harmed. So let's get to it. So I pile in there, do the 4 attacks. 3, it's 4s to hit. Only 1. No special. Oh wait, hang on. No special things. Okay, 3 to wound. Ah, they failed. Okay, right. 2 attacks from the lady. 3s to hit, which they do. 3s to wound. Oh, okay. And then 2 from the Great Mole. Ooh, okay. There was a special rule there, wasn't there? Where was it? For each hit roll of a 6, score D3 hits. Yeah! Okay, so let's roll each one. That's 2 hits. And that's 1 hit. So that's 4 hits. Okay, so you just doubled the hits. That's 3s to wound. It's a good thing it doubled, eh? So 2 wounds to save. They have 4+ save. Oh! Saved. Okay. Right, so that's their turn done. Now we move onto the Tomb Banshee. It's the only unit that hasn't piled in and attacked yet, so we activate her. But Pioneer. She's got 1 attack, 4+ to hit. It hits, 3+ to wound. It wounds. Needs to do a save of a 4+. Ooh. Saved. Okay, now it's getting interesting. Right. So that's the gist of it. All I'm going to do is just speed up the sequence, and then we'll review it at the end. And there you have it. So that was pretty close, actually. because you know they only got one wound each, and as soon as she wiped out the Tomb Banshee, she leveled it out a bit. It's just a shame that she failed the armor saves there. So that was a good game. I think I might play a couple more of these actually, but you get the hang of it real quickly. So remember that you activate a unit. Just think about which unit you're activating, because it's very important that you force the enemy to attack what you don't mind being damaged, rather than the things that you really want to use, you know, to get those damage out there. So yeah, let me know what you think of this new mechanic that we've now added to our games, and let me know how your little games go. And thank you again for watching. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you don't miss an episode like this one. Plenty of links down below to support the channel through my Patreon and through PayPal. There's tons of links for Facebook groups, and there's also a link there for the Chilling Wargamers YouTube, which I proudly work with. They're great guys, so go check them out. And yeah, thank you again for watching. So I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.